This is it, the big one. IndyCar at PIR September 1st and 2nd, 2023. Pro3's been invited to race with the U.S. Touring Car Championship, and it'll be televised. There were plenty of cameras to mug. Scott Eckert pretends to be the announcer, while Hooley and Jebediah hold their Pro3 caps high. Pro3 was told there were to be no incidents. IndyCar, not so much. Wes and Ken Hill were everywhere, loading cars into the very tight paddocks, getting us teched, reminding us of all the meetings, even turning on our GoPros. Lots of familiar faces on the starting grid, including Susan Thorne.
Go get them.
What an event. There were autographs to sign, legendary drivers to meet. We were doing a track walk when F1's Romain Grosjean went by on his scooter. And incredible car. They built an entire city on site for this race, and soon the stands would be full of fans. We got a few practice laps in and learned just how fast some of those ground pounders were. Not much faster in the corners. We seemed to play well together. At least I was faster than Lance Richard. Okay, so he only does 1 or 2 races a year. Still counts. I was actually faster than 2 guys. Not sure what his story was. Glad there weren't many fans in the stands when my trans popped out of gear. Jake Pratt and Corey Peters blow by. Then Chuck Hurley. And Daniele. It was all her hard work that got us invited. I did manage to pass John Houlihan. Must have had mechanical issues. I was having speed differential issues. But there's nothing like a good blocking line to clear the way. Pro3 documentary producer Adam Heiser not only shot the race, he crewed for me. While Oliver Salmon changed out my front calipers and installed a cold air intake, and the fans learned how a BMW E30 becomes a race car, I turned off the GoPro. Ken Hill turns it on for qualifying.
Hey, you're off and running.
Thank you so much.
Have fun.
With a 5:30 start, I knew we'd be heading into the sun, so I brought my tinted visor. Even that didn't help much. I know there's a wall there, and I need to drift to it as close as possible, but I couldn't see it. How did he? Maybe he's younger? My ace crew chief, Ethan Packer.
Well, they were talking 45, and now they're kind of...
Well, I think that was the race. The race is going to be 45 minutes.
Well, this is the race. This is race 1.
There are fans in the stands everywhere. And Julie Reel, Susan Thorne, and Valerie Dare on the starting grid. We were to do 1 lap under double yellow, then the start. We were warned not to screw up. It wasn't Pro3 that did, so we go around again. Then again. By the time the race gets underway, we've been in our cars nearly 40 minutes. But we still remember to keep it clean. 2 by 2 through turn 2. Then we can race. Carefully. The top 6 guys decided to spend the race passing and repassing each other. It blew away the fans, the announcer, and the IndyCar drivers. Lance makes his move. I try to get by. Finally pulling away down the back straight. Next up, Phil Oliva. I gain through turn 4, but can't get by. I get a pull down the back straight, but chicken out. So I tuck in to see how it plays out. Hey, I did it. Just 1 driver left, John Gillespie. We've had some great races over the years, though we did have a rocky start with me drinking all his naked grouse with his dad and banging up his brand new paint job the next day. Still, we worked through it until my new paint job, which looks a lot like his, and then pushing him until he runs off track. Will our friendship survive? Who cares? I made the pass and walked away a winner, especially after lapping Lance. Never done that before, though it was a 45-minute race. Deciding it's not safe for me to do the second race, again into the blinding sun, I pack up and head home. Am I finally making adult decisions? That's scary. Arguably not as scary as Matt Lowell winning his third Pro3 Championship with 306 points to second place Scott Eckert's 259. Oh, IndyCar? Alex Palou of Chip Ganassi Racing won the race and the championship. Hope we get invited back.